Okay, this is a follow-up interview with one of our clients that was not able to be at the final client presentation at the end of the semester.
That was a Murphy's Law morning.
Things are tough. A lot of our clients are either mom or pop or sole proprietorships or small businesses getting going. And they run other bigger businesses on the side like a family. And so sometimes those concerns take priority. And anyway, she was given an opportunity to see the video recording of the presentation. And now we're just going to present to her and get her reaction on some of the things that the students had prepared. She hadn't seen it because of some technical difficulties beforehand, so she's quite surprised, and I'm not prepared to give the full spiel that the students did. So I'm just going to show some of the materials that the students recommended for Nevada marble restoration. And so I'll let you introduce yourself, Cynthia, so we have a little idea where you're coming from.
Alrighty. Well, we were very excited to be part of the program. My name is, now it's Cynthia Norgress. I finally got around to changing it from Knight to Norgress. So my name is Cynthia Norgress, and I'm business manager for Nevada Marble Restoration. And we were very excited to be a part of the program and see, and work with the students and work with the groups. And unfortunately, the day of the presentations, we found out my son had a fractured fibula, so we had spent that morning at the orthopedic surgeon. So I do apologize for missing that day. It was just one of those mornings, and it was awful. It was, but that's life. That's how it is when you have a family, and I do apologize for missing that day. But I'm very excited about seeing the mock-ups and integrating it into, some of our practices that we've been doing so far this year. I was telling Ed that we have tripled in business since our first year, so we're very excited about that. And people are, we ask everybody how they found us, and most of the time it's on the internet, and it's some of it's still in print, but it really has been so important being on networks. So we're very excited.
Now, some of the proposals in here deal with social media, and you might be able to pick up a tip or two that they had recommended. A lot of it is geared to designs produced for print. Even if it's a design for a website, which is on the screen, a mock-up will be in print form in that. And so we had several teams working for you. One in particular came up with some. I'm going to hit some highlights here, let you go over the full thing of this, but let's just look through this one presentation that they put together. They had, sometimes they didn't get up in the mock-up forms. They didn't get a chance to print it back to back, get it folded, and all that it looked. And I would have a student come in and try to mock it up, where they have this brochure here. It's a trifold that opens up with your marble in the background.
Oh, that's nice.
I think this is it's a little bit off on the execution and how it should come together a little bit closer, but you get an idea here of the
That's
layout,
very nice.
the content in there, and the quality of the paper. They try to mimic. This is just an output that you'll get from a laser printer, and it's not look like your final one. But when you print it on a piece of stock that is more hefty, and it's a coated finish in that, it's trying to mimic what it would look like. But these are just to
that's nice.
Give someone like you with not a lot of experience of being able to visualize from a sketch what the final product will look like. So one of these was a brochure, and they had a design here for, I think this would be a portfolio, which would be maybe the front and back of a
Oh, right.
pocket folder or something like that. And the thing is, you can use this in different formats, and that, but you can see the design. This is the these were some of these designs were put together by those on the team, those kind of skills. Some were put together by students of the GRC 104 design class, and they may have a different layout and style that was recommended from the team that you had worked with. But the ideas of the kind of products and the conceptual execution of them working together in their team or with maybe a designer gives you an idea of the possibilities. Now, I'm not going to go over here, but They have some information here on a YouTube page, instructions on how you can do it and get it up there.
That's something that we plan on doing.
Right. And then they have here, it looks to me like some sort of different options. They were experimenting with the idea that if you're going to change your branding and your logo, that some of them came up with some different ideas on what the logo would look like in that. And some of them use your standard logo and keeping the marble background consistency in the branding.
Right.
Showed you that. And some of these I really think they did a nice job on the conceptualization. For example, this is like a leave behind piece. And it looks like a layout of different pieces on a top that you would have done or something.
Right.
But it's just a way to say we thank you.
Right.
But it also has a built-in coupon they could use. And it also
That's a great idea. Wow.
gives them a reminder idea of other things that they could do. And so it's just a card, single side. You could put some other stuff on there, but it's the idea. And as I tell my students, it's the venue of the piece. In other words, where is it being seen? How is it being used? In fact, I want to go right to the chase here. This is one of the coolest ideas that I saw if you want to leave behind a thank you piece. This is one idea of a thank you piece. This is even a better idea where they give you with a little CD. And if he's got the right kind of CD here,
Oh, wow, look at that.
there's just enough space in here for 12 months. And then every third month, every quarter, you could put in a promotional piece, like it's this season. So when they change it, there'll be a piece here. They didn't do all these, I don't think, here. This is the one for August. But notice they have an example of the kind of work you do. And they have down here, how is your grout looking today? Just a little bit of reminder.
Right.
And so this is something that they could actually put right up on the top where you finish or something.
Right.
And if they want to clean the top and get it out of the way, they just go like this and put it away, and they can clean and all that and put it back again. But it'd be a great showpiece. Somebody comes in and says, wow, who did your top? You're going Nevada Restoration and that. So it's a promotional piece. So see, they're considering how and when and where it's being used. Because you make a refrigerator magnet, it's no good if they don't put it on the refrigerator.
True.
Would they do that? That's a good question, but let me see. So here's another one they had worked up. I think they did several ones, but the idea was that you have different samples of your work and a different idea depending on that time of year, and they would just then rotate this behind it each time. And not too costly to do. So you can see, I think what they did was they showed just some different ideas here, June, July, August, and how you might leave it behind as a package.
Oh wow, that's nice.
I think this is one of the better ideas that they showed execution on. And some of these are repetition.
Well, this is a great cover, the portfolio cover, because we're going to be putting together something to take along on estimates with photos, so it's nice to have a good...
Here's another version of that. And again, if you imagine this printed back to back, trimmed, and then properly folded, where it comes together like this,
as such.
And it's opening up as a gatefold.
Right.
And you can see that it tells about you and your services and shows what you do. And the layout isn't finalized. It's there's some adjustments and all that, and with the typography and that. But you get an idea of the kind of piece and how could you use that. As a lot of these are leave behinds. Like when you first go, you might leave this behind, and when you're finished with the product, you might leave this behind. Right.
Exactly.
And as I mentioned, there were several different ways to present your logo. Some of them played up that
that's nice.
That your logo, your current logo here is very simple, which is good. But it doesn't say marble, and it doesn't say restoration. And some of the ideas that came up, they didn't execute it, but you can see there's a nice little chip out of that part right there. I thought, why not just take where that chip was over here and indicate that they can restore that and make the shape of it marble, kind of like someone did like this.
Right.
You see, so it visually says a little bit more about what you're saying. And so some of these ideas that are in this presentation you might want to look at and say, hey, we're not committed to the gills. We we can change that a little bit at a time and improve on that.
Right.
Is this your logo? Is this
Well,
the current one? Or is this a slight improvement of what you did?
that was our beginning logo, and then we added your Stone Care Professionals underneath it. So because I wanted
And then
something
even
to
look at that one. It's still different. This one's black.
right.
That one's gray, a little different style. And I don't know if they're changing it or if they just picked up that we were a little inconsistent in that. We need to keep it consistent.
Right. Well, this
And the orange, I know you mentioned about the orange. Just the right orange. And that doesn't look like the orange you were
No, it doesn't. And that's
concerned with.
that's a printing issue. We just got these from the T-shirt people. Exactly.
And so
This is the closest
they also
one.
gave you here
That one too.
some examples of the kind of the paper stock that they would use. And
And Trish showed me that the gift from Benson's. That as like a go-away gift.
so, and you can see lots of different variations of the stationery and the brochure. As I said, there were several teams working on this. And this is the stuff they submitted to me, and I just pulled it out, and I'm just kind of haphazardly going through this one. But that is an awful big business card. I realize that.
Well,
But if you make it smaller, that would be
Right.
what one of the business cards would look like. And I think the point that they had made was that you need a business card with just your name on it, not both of your names on it.
right.
And there were a couple of other things that are missing. Ben didn't even have his name, I think, on one of them.
Well, he has his cards, and then I have
Okay.
mine. Yeah. So,
Okay.
but we are looking. I was telling Heather we were looking to redesign the business cards because presently he has. We have our names like right here on our
Right.
business
I
card,
think
and it's
what
just
they
too
did
much.
is they separated your contact information
Exactly.
from your promo information.
And that's
Yeah.
really nice. That's very, very
Again,
nice.
with the consistent marbling background, whatever one you think would represent what you're doing, says what business you're in, kind of.
Right, exactly. That's kind of nice, though.
So-
Having the two different
So imagine that small.
two-tone. Right, right. I like that. Yeah, that's very, very nice.
Well, now,
Very
let me
professional looking.
So let me ask, from having seen this and kind of reviewing
Mm-hmm.
what you got out of this, I'm interested in your follow-up on what you received from working with our students.
Well, what I received from working with the students is that there is a lot of diverse ideas out there, and there's a lot of things that, like from Trisha's group with the go-away gifts. I know that we wanted to do something as like a thank you and as a follow-up, and these are all great ideas. And the leave behinds with the brochures, that's even better. And then with the there's a lot of great ideas about building the brochures for the different companies that we wanted to leave them with. We already have places lined up that are looking for our brochures, and also the cover of the idea for the portfolio. Sorry. The idea for the portfolio cover is very, very nice. It's all very professional and clean looking, which is perfect. And because of the fact that all of the estimates and all the customers that we're going to, these houses are huge and they're expensive houses, and we want something, like we said before, we want something that looks sharp and clean and professional. And all of these ideas are very, very nice. I love the business card, the blown up business card. And I really like the two-tone idea with this, and then it gives you kind of a different look on the back. It kind of makes it, I like that, it makes it interesting to look at.
So
And
you think you got some ideas that you could take to the bank.
oh, absolutely.
Now, did you get out of this what you expected from the effort you put into it?
Yes, I would say yes, absolutely.
In what way?
Well, we, from the initial interview with the students and all of the, to be honest, I didn't know too much of what to expect. I was excited to be a part of the program and to get some fresh input as to marketing materials, and I worked with the different groups, and I hope I was able to answer everyone's questions and we did a lot of emailing back and forth, and we met up with a couple of the groups, and so I feel like from what they produced, from the input and what we put into it, it was fantastic. It was fantastic. It was the teams were all just very talented individuals, and we were very happy to be a part of it.
Would you recommend anyone participate in this program?
Yes, I would.
Got any referrals?
Well, I'll have to think about it.
Currently taking applications.
Yes, for the next semester.
Yeah.
I apologize. That's my phone.
You want to answer that?
Well, let me just turn it off.
So we gave you a pile of stuff here to sift through.
Yes.
And there is a presentation the students had on how this could be used and put together that you can look at. Mm-hmm. And would be interested in any follow-up that you have on how your business had benefited from this one.
Okay.
From time to time, we have used a previous client as a case study and have students do it from a different angle, or sometimes even work with the client again. When I have lots of clients who want to do this, then I can't. When I have few clients, then I go back and look at some of the previous ones. Would you consider doing this again with another set of students?
Yes.
Just be honest. You don't have to air this if you.
Oh, no, absolutely, because I got to work very closely with Trish, and she was a liaison for her team, and also Dante, and also I believe it was Raquel with the online group, and Heather as well. And they all brought something different to the table, and they all had a different, sort of a viewpoint, and that's how you really rein in what everybody is, get a grasp on what other people think that the public wants and how they go about looking for certain businesses. And so it would be a great experience to do it with a different set of students.
I've had a lot of students say, hey, this is not a business class. This is a communications class, but they felt like they were involved in a business class.
Oh.
What is your view now on how communication, which is what they're learning how to do, and business tie together? In your mind, how do those two tie together?
Well, you're not able to be separated. They are completely intertwined, and how you portray your business, how you communicate to the public, is how everyone sees you, and how everything that you put down on paper is how you want your business to be viewed. And from our website to our business cards, that is our representation of who Nevada Marble is. And so it's vital that you communicate your message about your business effectively, because if you don't, and you have 30 seconds to make a good impression, and people are going to decide to go with you, or they're going to make another decision and go with another company.
Do you feel that, considering the time limitations here, do you feel that the student team you worked with helped deliver that, what you just said?
Yes, I do. They, what we were looking for was, from the initial interview, we were looking for a brochure that we could put together for different businesses, and also a different layout for the business. There's so many different possibilities with business cards, and this is a wonderful professional layout. I love that one. And then the ideas with the go-away gifts, something that we can leave when the job is complete, and also the